Today, Archangel Michael has an urgent warning for you. He says if you ignore this message, you will remain in a spiritual investigation file that could destroy your life. A secret operation tracking your every spiritual move without your knowledge. This is not meant to scare you but to protect you from attacks being planned against you. Even though dark forces have been watching you, remember that Michael has discovered their plans and is ready to expose everything. Believe that this warning reaches you at this exact moment because divine forces intercepted their files just in time, and know that by watching now, you are already disrupting their surveillance operation. Your spiritual safety requires you to hear what Michael found in those files tonight. Archangel Michael wants you to know about investigation files containing your name and personal spiritual information. This isn't just about hearing disturbing news, it's about exposing a dark force surveillance operation targeting you specifically before midnight, when they review their files and launch their planned attack. This revelation acts as a protective disruption that scrambles their tracking systems. The next few minutes will create confusion in their monitoring equipment, making your spiritual signature invisible to their detection methods. Michael has been waiting 3 hours to tell you this because the timing had to be perfect. Your guardian angels needed to confirm the coast was clear before he could safely reveal what he discovered about you. This critical exposure is one of many investigations Archangel Michael wants to reveal to you. Subscribe now and turn on all notifications to receive these intelligence reports before dark forces can strike. Your spiritual survival depends on knowing when you're being targeted. Like this video now as your confirmation that you accept Michael's protective countermeasures against the surveillance operation that has been tracking your spiritual activities and planning coordinated attacks. You've been growing so much spiritually lately despite constant obstacles. You've kept pushing forward even when everything seemed to work against you at once. Your increasing spiritual light shows who you really are inside, and it has triggered alarm systems in the dark realms. You've sensed being watched or followed recently, and trusted those uncomfortable feelings. Your ability to keep believing despite orchestrated setbacks and maintain your spiritual practices through targeted interference has made you a documented threat to negative forces. They don't investigate ordinary people, only those whose awakening will impact many others. Your file exists because your spiritual potential frightens them enough to assign resources to stopping you before you fully awaken. Because of your growing spiritual power, Archangel Michael personally intercepted communications about you. Your guardian angels alerted him when your name appeared in dark realm investigation files. He has reviewed every single page they compiled about your spiritual activities and vulnerabilities. He is deeply troubled by what they have planned for you. He wants to step in personally to expose their operation now. Guided by divine justice and seeing the detailed plans targeting your energy, Archangel Michael is ready to reveal everything they know and provide specific countermeasures tonight. His discovery of these files arrives just hours before their scheduled attack against you was set to begin. A spiritual investigation far more invasive than you can imagine has been tracking you for months. These files contain detailed records of your prayer times, meditation practices, and every moment your faith wavered or strengthened. They document people who were strategically placed in your life to discourage your spiritual path and drain your energy. The files reveal coordinated plans to intensify attacks on your finances, right when you try to invest in your spiritual growth. They outline relationship sabotage strategies designed specifically for your emotional triggers and attachment patterns. Every obstacle that seemed like bad timing was actually scheduled in advance, according to psychological profiles they built about you. Your energy signature has been flagged as high-priority target in their database. They know your weaknesses better than you know them yourself, because they've been testing and documenting your responses to various attacks. The files even include future attack timelines designed around your astrological transits and spiritual development phases. This exposure from Archangel Michael dismantles their entire operation against you. Simply knowing their tactics removes most of their power to harm you effectively. Archangel Michael's intelligence must reach other light workers under investigation. Immediately share this warning with at least 3 spiritually aware friends whose names might also be in these files. Each person who remains unaware of their surveillance file continues being manipulated and attacked without understanding why life suddenly got so hard. Your share could be the breakthrough moment someone desperately needs to make sense of their recent struggles. By sharing, you join Michael's intelligence network, disrupting dark force operations throughout the spiritual community. By watching this complete revelation before midnight, you activate Michael's countermeasure systems. His blue fire energy flows through this video transmission, scrambling their tracking equipment and corrupting your investigation file. Your spiritual signature will become invisible to their detection technology starting right now. Guardian angels standing watch over you receive upgraded protective orders with higher authority to intervene. You'll likely dream tonight about the people who were sent against you, finally seeing their true purpose in your life. Those random obstacles and coincidental problems will suddenly make perfect sense when you understand they were coordinated attacks. Divine forces are establishing a protective perimeter around your energy field that their investigators cannot penetrate. Within hours, your file in their database will mysteriously corrupt and become unreadable, forcing them to close your case. You'll notice an immediate reduction in strange obstacles and energy drains. This protection activates in real time as your awareness grows. The timing is perfect. Tomorrow, their major coordinated attack was scheduled to launch against you. Archangel Michael has seen your true spiritual mission and calling. He knows you're destined for significant spiritual influence that will awaken many others. Dark forces always target future leaders before they fully step into their power. This investigation proves your light work matters far more than you currently realize. Your soul carries specific frequency codes they desperately want to suppress before you activate them fully. They fear the ripple effect your awakening will create throughout the collective consciousness. This exposure is clear proof that angels are actively defending you in realms you cannot see. Michael's personal intervention shows the heavenly realms consider you worth protecting at the highest levels. Your spiritual DNA contains templates they cannot corrupt no matter how hard they try. Being investigated actually confirms you're on exactly the right path. This revelation should strengthen your faith rather than create fear about your importance. As Michael's protective energy flows to you, consider sending energy back through a super thanks of $5, $10, or $20. Look for the thanks button appearing now. This exchange of energy activates stronger protective countermeasures and funds continued exposure of dark operations. Your contribution helps scramble surveillance systems tracking other lightworkers whose names appear in investigation files. Complete the protective circuit through this sacred exchange. As you accept this protection, think about the strange patterns in your recent life. Remember how certain people suddenly disappeared right when your spiritual practice intensified. Think about financial problems that appeared precisely when you wanted to invest in spiritual development. Consider relationships that inexplicably fell apart the moment you started seriously awakening. Those exhausting days when meditation or prayer left you completely drained weren't normal. They were interference. Technology breaking during important spiritual moments wasn't coincidence. It was targeted. Your feeling of being watched or monitored was absolutely accurate. Every intuition about invisible interference was correct. Michael confirms what you already sensed. Something has been working against your spiritual progress systematically. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to continue receiving intelligence reports about operations against lightworkers. Archangel Michael tracks those who take these warnings seriously. Then tell us what information you need most by commenting exposed to learn who was specifically sent against you. Protected for enhanced shielding protocols against surveillance, or awakened to understand your true spiritual mission that frightens dark forces enough to investigate you. Imagine tonight as you prepare for sleep, seeing Archangel Michael standing before you holding your investigation file. Watch as he tears each page slowly and deliberately. See blue flames consuming every word they wrote about you. Feel your name disappearing completely from their surveillance systems. Notice a cool protective shield forming around your entire body as their tracking devices shut down permanently. Your energy signature becomes invisible to their scanners and monitoring equipment. Every breath you take strengthens this cloaking protection that hides you from dark force detection. Inhale pure white light that scrambles any remaining monitoring systems. Exhale golden light that erases your spiritual footprint from their databases completely. Feel the heavy weight lifting from your shoulders as their entire investigation loses power over your life. Sense the freedom of finally moving forward without invisible interference blocking your path. Some people feel immediate pressure release in their chest or forehead as the surveillance connection breaks. These sensations confirm your file is being deleted. This protection allows your spiritual gifts to develop naturally, without interference or suppression. Financial blocks that were systematically placed against you will dissolve within days. Relationships will stabilize without dark force manipulation, creating conflict and misunderstanding. Your intuition will sharpen dramatically without their confusion tactics clouding your inner knowing. Opportunities that were mysteriously blocked will suddenly appear from unexpected sources. Sleep quality improves immediately without their dream infiltration and astral attacks. Energy levels rise significantly without their constant draining activities. Mental clarity replaces the fog they maintained around your thinking and decision-making. Your path forward becomes obvious as obstacles remove themselves naturally. Divine support flows freely without their blocking tactics interfering with your spiritual downloads and guidance. So as you continue through this evening, understand this exposure arrives at the perfect moment in your spiritual journey. Divine timing prevented their planned major attack that would have severely impacted your life. Your willingness to face this truth shows real spiritual maturity and courage. Michael's protection confirms that heavenly forces actively defend you against threats you cannot see. Welcome this knowledge with strength rather than fear about what was planned. Understanding their tactics actually makes you spiritually stronger and more aware. Your awareness of the surveillance completes the protective shield forming around you. This moment marks a major turning point in your spiritual warfare experience. You're now an informed warrior of light rather than an unaware target, and that changes everything about your spiritual safety going forward. This intelligence from Archangel Michael cannot be delayed even one more hour tonight. Investigation files are reviewed by dark supervisors exactly at midnight when they check surveillance reports. Full completion of this video ensures total protection activation across all spiritual dimensions. Michael's countermeasures work only when you have complete awareness of their operation. Investigation files become permanent records unless disrupted before tonight ends. Every single minute you watch actively weakens their entire case against you. Complete information exposure neutralizes their surveillance operation and cancels scheduled attacks planned for the coming weeks. People who discovered they were under investigation report immediate improvements in every area of life. Others describe sudden relief from years of unexplained obstacles and resistance that made no logical sense. Many experienced dramatic positive shifts within just days of learning about their surveillance files. Those who dismissed these warnings as exaggeration faced intensified attacks that confirmed everything too late. Awareness alone breaks most of the power secret operations hold over targeted individuals. Knowledge of spiritual surveillance actually provides protection because their tactics require your ignorance to work effectively against you. Michael's blue fire protection creates permanent blocks, preventing future investigations into your spiritual activities. Your name becomes protected in angelic security databases that dark forces cannot access. This shield remains continuously active across all spiritual dimensions and timelines. Future dark operations cannot legally include you under spiritual law once this protection activates tonight. Thousands have already contributed super thanks to help expose dark surveillance operations against light workers everywhere. Your financial energy exchange joins theirs in actively disrupting evil investigation networks. Every single donation funds continued intelligence gathering that protects our entire spiritual community. Collective contributions create network-wide protective shields that benefit all awakening souls. Your financial support ensures these urgent warnings continue reaching targeted light workers before attacks launch. Be part of the active resistance against spiritual surveillance systems. Archangel Michael is closely watching who takes this intelligence seriously enough to act immediately. Don't remain listed in their investigation files without protection another night. Subscribe now, share this warning, and accept full protection immediately. Your spiritual safety requires decisive action before midnight arrives tonight.